When you're at the Apple ID page, you're going to enter the email ID that you registered with Apple. So I'm going to type in mine, and I'm going to click on this button over here, and it's going to ask me for the password. I'm going to type that in as well. All right, and now I'm going to be taken to the two-factor authentication page. Here they're going to send me a code to the registered phone number. I'm going to type that in. And now over here, if you scroll down under the security section, I'm going to click on generate password. Now this is a one-time thing and it's not reusable. So I'm going to type in example password 123 and click on create. And I'm going to copy this app-specific password. If you're trying to build another app, you got to do this again. So I'm going to copy this. And now over here in the United Air side, I'm going to type in the Apple ID, which is the email that I registered with Apple, and paste in the password that I copy right now and click on next. To repeat what's shown in this video, you need to first create an Apple developer's account. I have registered mine already, and I'm going to type in the email ID that I registered with them. So this is a totally different account to the Apple one. So you have to register it on a separate website and all. If you Google Apple developers, you'll be led to this website. And I also have a password that I need to type in. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this icon, and it's going to take me to the Apple, my developer's account. So over here you have a variety of options, and I'm particularly interested in the certificates, IDs, and profiles today. So you can either click on this one over here to go there, or you can simply click over here on the left side. So I'm going to click on that, and this is going to show me a list of all the apps that I've created, its type, and the platform it's on, and it's created by whom, and the expiration date. So I'm going to head over to identifiers now, and here I have the name and the associated identifiers. So I have to create a new one. So I'm going to click on this plus button over to the right side of identifiers, and it's going to ask me if I want to register a new identifier. So I'm going to select Apple IDs. So this is going to let me register an Apple ID to enable my app extensions, or clips. So I'm going to make sure it's checked and click on continue. And again, it's going to ask me if I want to build an app or an app clip. So I'm going to select app, and then I'm going to click on continue. All right, so this is going to take me to this page. This is an app ID registration page. So I'm going to type in the description, app 01. It could be anything except, you cannot use some characters that are shown there. So then now I'm going to make sure that the bundle ID is checked to explicit, and it should be in a very specific format. So it should be com followed by your domain name and your app name. So instead of my website name, you have to enter whatever you have as your domain name, and then you have to type in your app name. So once I'm okay with everything, I'm going to click on continue. Now clicking continue will again ask me to confirm my Apple ID. So I'm going to reread everything and make sure everything's okay. So the description, bundle ID, and I'm just going to make sure that app ID prefix, everything's okay. Register. And now it's going to show processing, and it's going to take me back to the identifiers list. So over here at the top, if you look, you can see the app 01 that I've just created now. And clicking on it will actually open the registration confirmation link page. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my bundle ID. So I'm going to select it and right click and copy. And now I'm going to head over to the Identifier section and paste the bundle ID that I've created earlier. Paste. And then I'm also going to go back and copy the team ID because you need that one as well. All right, so I'm going to select it. And then, okay, and then I'm going to hit Control C, or you can hit, right click and copy. And now I'm going to go back to the Identifier section and paste it over the app ID prefix and paste. This video tutorial is going to explain how you can create your CSR file or certificate sign-in registration file. Now it's created using information that you give over in the Apple website. So I'm going to download a request file by clicking on this. And once it's done downloading, I'm going to head over to the Apple developers website. And here I'm going to go to the certificates, identifiers, and profiles. And you can click here, or you can click over here on the left side panel and head over there. So I'm going to click it, and once this is done loading, it's going to show a list of apps that I've created with a variety of details, like the type, platform, and created by which, who, and the expiration date. And so I'm going to, over here on a plus icon, if I click on it, it's going to take me to create new certificate page. And I'm going to click on the iOS distribution for App Store and ad hoc. And also you need this to sign in your iOS app for submission to the App Store. And so once that's done, I'm going to head over to continue, and then I'm going to choose the file, the CSR file that the sign-in request file that I've created earlier or downloaded earlier. So I'm going to hit choose file, and then select the one that I saved up. Okay, and then hit open. And now I'm going to hit continue, and it's going to process. All right, and once it's done processing, it's going to give me a page where I can download the certificate. So I'm going to, if you look over to your right, you have the download button. I'm going to click on it, and so it's going to download. It's going to take some time. If you look at the bottom, it's showing the stats. Okay. All right, so it's done downloading, and now I'm going to head over to the Identifier website and click on the browse file. This is where you gotta click to upload the App Store certificate. I'm going to select it, and now hit open. And once it's done uploading, it's going to show up here, and so I'm going to click next. This video tutorial will explain how you can create your provisioning profile from the Apple developers website. I'm going to head over to certificates, IDs, and profiles, and it's going to load up the screen where you can see the list of your apps and type and the platform and all other details. I'm going to head over to profiles, and over here I'm going to click on the plus icon here, and then now I'm going to scroll down, and under the distribution tab I'm going to select App Store, and then hit continue. And here I'm going to select the app ID. This one shows all the list of apps that I've created earlier, and so you have to select the one that you created from the first tutorial, so app 01. And I'm going to hit continue, and this is going to take me to the generating a provisioning screen. I'm going to select this one over here, and you can pick that the date created, and hitting continue is going to ask me to review, name, and generate the provisioning file. So I'm going to give it a name and then check if everything is fine and then hit generate. Now when the processing is complete, it's going to ask me to download the file. You have all the details, and so I'm going to click on this download button. Alright, so now I'm going to head over to the Identifier website, and here I'm going to click on browse file and select the file that I've downloaded earlier. So I'm going to select that, hit open. Alright, so once it's done uploading, it's going to show me this one, and then I'm going to hit next. And that's about it. Now you can click on submit your app and submit it to the iStore Connect. That's about it. Thank you for watching.